Hey model railroaders, welcome back to Zamora Models. This is Nick, and today we're going to be doing a how to build your Walthers Cornerstone series Dairy Queen Grill and Chill. In this video series I will be building this kit exactly as it is on the box art, and I will be adding some detail parts, but there will be no kit bashing or modifying of the general kit. Really happy to do this kit. I previously did the Walthers Cornerstone Series Vintage Dairy Queen. Got a lot of positive feedback from that, a lot of likes on that. That building will be finding a home at a club layout in one of their larger cities with an upfront spot. Really like that city. It's one of the few model railroad large cities that the visiting public can view from all four sides of the city. The city's not built up onto a backdrop or a wall. It's built out on a peninsula. Really good city. It's going to look really good in that spot. If you guys want to see that layout or go visit that club, you can find them at blackdiamondlines.com. And so I'm really excited to build this kit. It goes together pretty easily. Really good solid molds on it. Good details on them. It has slotted tabbed construction, so if you're relatively new to building model kits, you can see the tabs on here. They just slide together. Makes it really easy to line up your building. So this one's going to be really fun. We're going to dive right in. This video is going to be emphasizing building the main structure of the building. I'm not going to put the stone work on, which are these pieces here as well as the longer skinnier pieces here. I'm going to paint those before I put them on. So really excited to get this one going today. If you want to purchase this kit, it is Walthers item number 9333485. So first thing that I'm going to cover here is some of the tools that I'm using. I'm going to use some sprue cutters, a good set of files, some hobby knives or X-Acto blades, a rubber band, and some CA. I'm using thick CA. So here we go. Okay, so I got all the parts cut out and cleaned up. Now I'm going to assemble the main structure of the building. Our shortest wall here is the front door with the stoned entryway. Then I have the side door with the plaster wall entry. The rear door. It looks like on the rear door they have the notch cut out the top portion of the ceiling. This has a drop deck or drop roof ceiling. So the floor is actually, or the ceiling is actually lower than the top of the building. And they would have these notches cut out for your ladders to the roof, but this kit doesn't include a ladder. I have purchased one, and I will mention that in the video when I install that. So if you're wondering what that notch is for, that's what it's there for. And then our last wall section, which is the drive-through window wall section. On the base plate, it does include a bit of a sidewalk section, and it has raised tabs and corners for helping to square the building, as well as slots for the tabs underneath the building, which are designed to just slide in there. And they take a little bit of pressing to get level. So when you watch me do this, I'm not going to glue the wall sections to the base just yet. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to use the base. I might not, so I'm going to assemble it on the base but leave it unglued or separate from the base. There's 2 score marks on the inside of the building. I don't really know what the score marks are for, so bear with me and hopefully we will find out. You can kind of see their imprint on the reverse side. So I don't think it was accidental, but again, we'll find out what that is soon. Alright, so it took some work to get the base on there. I'm not 100% happy with the edges or the corners. See, there's a real bad corner right here at the bottom. Top looks good, but everything from the rubber band down has a nice big gap in it. So I will be taking some filler putty and filling in the corners here. I'm going to leave the archways and doorways off right now. I will install them once I fill up the corners here. Or next, I might do that all in the same video. So, that's our rough building there. Stage that up there like it's on the box. Alright guys, so here we have the Dairy Queen building. You can see that all of the filler putty that we've put in there, you can see it at the top of here in the corners, on the top corner there, and right in the seam of the angles has been filled. No more gaps, everything is cleaned up, sanded down, so that when we put lights in it, nothing will shine through. Now these grooves that are scribed on the inside of the building here, let me get to where you can see it. There's one groove there, and there's a groove right down here. They're not connected through here. There are two separate grooves. I believe those are suggestions for where to put your interior walls, if you want to have an interior wall to separate the kitchen and the dining room. So to complete this segment of this video, we are going to go ahead and add two interior walls. So if I go with the score lines, that would leave us an L-shaped kitchen with our drive-through window here. When I build kits, I try to think of the lay of the land of a real building, and with fast food, what I am accustomed to seeing is the back wall has your freezer, refrigerator, and storage area. Typically also a rear door for the freight truck. On the side you will have your deep fryers against the wall. And then at the very front, adjacent to the dining room, you'll have the drive-through. So I don't really know what that scribed area up here is for, or why the drive-through window is so far near the end of the building. But in the middle, you'll have your burger prep area, and then Dairy Queen will probably also have their soft serve and Orange Julius area as well. So what I'm going to do on this building is I'm only going to add two walls. I'm going to have one on the scribe line here coming up this wall of the building. Let me get an angle where you guys can see that. So it'll follow this wall here, come up to the scribe line, and then it's just going to come over just in front of the drive-through window here, and that will separate my kitchen from the dining room. The nice thing about putting interior walls in is it adds visual interest when you look in, but it also gives different angles. If you put your building at a place where people can see it from multiple angles, they get a different view. It feels like a real building. Since I'm not going to use the scribe marks over here, I am going to fill that in with filler putty and sand it down to make it smooth. Again, I didn't put the base on, or the base is on, but it's not glued down, so I'm going to pop the building off the base, just so we can do the walls here. Okay, so the tools that I'm going to use for this portion are some hobby blades, a scale ruler. I don't know why, but I always measure everything with the scale ruler. Sandpaper, the chopper, filler putty, CA, and some Instaset. Another side note is the wall that's not scribed on the floorboard, I'm going to make that a half a wall so that we can add a server counter there. But the other two walls, or other sections of the walls, will be a full wall. The final two things that I'm using are some .40 or 1 millimeter blank sheet styrene and some 1/8 styrene angle. So I'll probably fast forward you guys through this portion